Please check your audio and video settings, please. Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Any newcomers are there? Please collect these backup videos, guys. Newcomers, please collect these backup videos. Super, guys. Okay, today let's get into discussions. So far, we have prepared background to get into Spring Framework. Today, let's get into first module, that is Spring Core module. Yes, guys, Spring Core module. What is your batch code, guys? NTSP 64 FS. Okay. What is the date? February 4th, 2023. February 4th, 2023. Spring Core intro. Spring Core intro, boss. Today we are going to discuss about Spring Core module. Spring Core module. Yes, boss. Yeah, tell me. In Spring 5.x, 4.x, 5.x, 5.x and 6.x versions. 6.x version. How many modules are there, guys? Version 20 plus modules are there, right now, boss? 20 plus modules are there. Okay, actually earlier big modules used to be there. They divided into small module. They increased the count, guys. So you need not remember all the module names. Some important modules are there. If you remember, that's enough. Yeah, Spring Core module is base module for other modules. Spring Core module is base module for other modules. If you want to work with other module, you should use along with the core module. Understanding my statement, guys? Super. If this module is used alone, if this module is used alone, then we can develop only standalone applications. Only standalone applications. Am I loud and clear? If not, check your network bandwidth. At maximum, we can develop standalone applications. Yes or no? Na? If this module is used along with other modules, then we can develop different types of applications. Then we can develop different types of applications. Okay. With the Spring MVC module. With the Spring MVC module, what is this? Web applications, right, guys? With the Spring JDBC or Spring ORM module, what is this? Persistence logic. Persistence logic. Tell me, with the Spring REST module, what we can develop? Distributed applications, boss. Okay. When it is used alone, at max, we can develop standalone application. When it is used along with other modules, we can develop different types of applications. Everyone understanding my statement? Super, guys. Now tell me. This module is given. This module gives, okay, two basic spring things. Two basic spring components, guys. This module gives two basic spring components. Number one, spring containers, which are also called IOC containers. What is IOC, guys? What is IOC? Indian Oil Corporation? No. IOC means inversion of control, boss. I'll explain what is inversion of control in future. Today, you just take the abbreviation. Inversion of control. Inversion means reverse. Reverse of control, guys. Next, B. Spring containers. Number one. Support for dependency management. Support for dependency management. Yeah, these are the two things that we have to expect from core module. This module gives two basic spring components, spring container and support for dependency management. So first of all, can we split word by word? Can we start understanding? Every letter we are going to understand in these two things. So shall we understand what is container first? A software program who manages the whole life cycle of given resource. Resource means class or file. Who manages whole life cycle of given resource. Resource means class or file. From birth to death is called container. From birth to death is called container. When to load the class, when to create object, how to create object, how to manage that object, how to destroy that object, everything will be taken care by container. Everything will be taken care by container. Understanding my statement? Okay. Containers are like aquariums, boss. Once I drop a fish into aquarium, aquarium will take care of fish life cycle or not? How to provide water for fish, how to provide oxygen for fish, how to make fish surviving in the aquarium. Everything will be taken care by aquarium. Dropping fish into the aquarium is your responsibility. After that, entire life activities of fish will be taken care by aquarium or not. So containers are also like aquariums, boss. Once I drop fish into aquarium, aquarium will take care of fish life cycle. Once I give resource to container, okay, container will take care of what? Entire life cycle of that resource. Resource can be a file, resource can be a class. If it is a class, loading that class, creating object for that class, managing that object. If needed, destroying that object. Everything will be taken care by whom? Container. And what do you mean by human life cycle, Ra Babu? Is birth to is death is called human life cycle? If you believe in God, we say God take care of human life cycle. If you don't believe in a God, if you are atheist, Gnostic, if you are atheist or Gnostic, science will take care of human life cycle. Science will take care of human life cycle. Come on, guys. Super, guys. At least you got servlet examples, boss. Servlet container manages servlet component life cycle. JSP container manages JSP files life cycle. Spring containers manages Spring Beans life cycle. What, guys? Spring Beans life cycle. Spring Bean is a Java class whose class is loaded by Spring container. Object is created by Spring container, managed by Spring container, and destroyed by Spring container. Such a class is called Spring Bean. Such a class is called Spring Bean. So EJB container is there, managing life cycle of EJB components. Or if in advanced Java framework, full of containers will be there. Only in core Java, maximum places you create the objects. In advanced Java frameworks, we don't create the objects because we have a containers taking care of life cycle of the components. Loading class, creating object, managing object, destroying object, everything will be taken care by container. Everything will be taken care by container. Can I write a few words about the container, guys? It is a software program or application that takes care of that's take care whole life cycle of given component, whole life cycle of given resource. When I say resource, class or file. Class or file. Okay. It is like an aquarium. Aquarium taking care of fish life cycle. Okay. If class is given to container, the container takes care of class life cycle by performing all these operations. All these operations. What are those, guys? Loading class, loading the class. Next, creating the object. Okay, next. Okay. Whole life cycle was managing the object. Okay, next. Destroying the object if necessary. If needed, not compulsory, it should destroy. Destroying the object if needed was. Everyone understanding my statement? So all these operations. Final conclusion. Container takes care of given resource life cycle from birth to death. Birth to death. Aisa no na, boss? Birth means what, guys? Object creation. Object creation. Death means what? Object destruction. Object destruction. Super. Okay. What are the examples of containers, guys? Servlet container takes care of servlet components life cycle. Life cycle. What is servlet component, guys? Servlet classes. Servlet components means servlet classes. Okay, boss. Super, boss. Tell me next one. JSP container takes care of. JSP container takes care of JSP files life cycle. Okay, JSP components, guys. They are generally there in the form of files. They are generally there in the form of JSP files. Life cycle. Super, boss. Okay, next. EJB container takes care of EJB components life cycle. EJB container takes care of EJB component life cycle. Here also classes, Rabab. Classes life cycle. Next, Spring container, which is also called IOC container. takes care of spring beans life cycle. Spring beans life cycle. Aisa no na? Spring beans life cycle. Okay. Super. You feel this is like a container, boss. This is like container, which is looking like what? Aquarium or not? Aquarium or not? Use your brain until what I am presenting. Don't go here and there. I request everyone, if you know little bit of spring knowledge, wipe it off from your brain, wipe it off your brain and hand over your brain to me. Right point I will introduce in right time and right order. So don't try to become intelligent as of now. Right, boss? I request. If you know little bit of spring knowledge here and there, wipe it off, hand over empty brain to me. Because I say something, you assume something, you try to put your knowledge, unnecessarily confusion. Unnecessarily confusion. I'm going to give great subject, great concept, easiest way of learning. I'm going to produce to you people. So please focus and use your brain to understand me, to follow me, to analyze the subject I am giving to you. Everyone getting my point, guys? Aquarium. Super, guys. Component resource 1. Resource 1. Resource 2. Resource 3. Resource 4. Resource 5. Resource 5. A resource can be a file or class. Tell me, in case of JSP container, JSP components are files. Servlet components are classes. EJB components are classes. Spring beans are also classes. Yes or no, na, boss? Okay. Sir, you have introduced one word called what is a spring bean? What is a spring bean? Super, guys. The Java class whose object is created and managed by Spring container is called Spring Bean. Whose object is created and managed by Spring container is called Spring Bean. So ultimately what? It can be any class, boss. It can be any class. Spring Bean can be a user-defined class, guys. You can create it. Or predefined class, guys. You can take any ready-made class, or third-party supplied class. Third-party supplied class whose object is created and managed by Spring container. Convinced, my dear? It can be any class, boss. Only condition is you should not create the object. Spring container should create the objects. You should not create objects. Spring container should create the objects. Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on, my dear. This is the only condition. That's the only condition we have. Note. We cannot take interfaces and abstract classes as Spring Beans. Tell me, guys, can you create object for interface and abstract classes? No. Do you think container can create object for interface and abstract classes? No. So can we take interface and abstract classes as Spring Beans? We cannot take interfaces and abstract classes as Spring Beans. We cannot take interfaces and abstract classes as Spring Beans. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Okay. I'm telling to everyone, notes will be given in the Google Classroom once link is changed. Mostly from Monday, you have to attend new link. From Monday, you have to attend classes in new link. That day, I will also give Google Classroom. Is that clear? I don't want to see non-serious students in the Google Classroom. I want to see only serious students in the Google Classroom. Whoever gets the new link, along with that, you will get Google Classroom also. There, then onwards, I will use Google Classroom to place the notes. Clear, my dear? So, for example, we have a Aman Kumar. We have a Aman Kumar. Check it out. Look at this his question. He has typed a lot of zigzag letters, right? So, do you think he is a serious student? He is not a serious student. So, all these serious students, all these non-serious students will be removed, boss. Once link is changed. That time I will give the Google Classroom. Okay, boss. As of now, Spring Framework is giving two Spring containers. Two Spring containers. What, guys? IOC containers. Two Spring containers are IOC containers. Number one, Bean Factory container. What is that, guys? Bean Factory container. It's the name of the container. I am not scolding anyone. Next, application context container. This is basic container, boss. Basic container. This is advanced container. Yeah, in industry, which will be used? Can you guess? In industry, what will be used? Application context container or Bean Factory container? Definitely, application context container is industry standard container. In fact, application context container is equal to Bean Factory container plus plus. So it is extension of Bean Factory container. It is the extension of Bean Factory container. Everyone understood my statement, boss? Yeah, both containers are able to manage the life cycle of Spring Beans. But application context container also having extra facilities, extra operations to perform. Extra operations to perform. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Right. Why Spring container is called IOC container? Why the Spring container? Actually, Spring container word is not popular, Babu. IOC container word only is popular. Are called IOC containers. Are called IOC containers. First of all, tell me in core Java level, who is going to create object? Programmer or JVM? Core Java level. While learning your basic core Java, I have a date class. Who is responsible to create object for that, guys? Who is responsible to create object for that, guys? Programmer, developer, right? So originally object creation is the responsibility of whom? Programmer, right? In Spring, okay, this work is done by whom? In Spring, this work is done by whom? Container. Container, right? Don't you think container is taking responsibilities from you? Container is taking responsibilities from you. It is a reverse of your works, inversion of your works. Come on, boss. It's a reverse of your work, inversion of your work. Come on, my dear. Inversion of your work. That's why Spring containers are called IOC containers. Yes or no, na? I hope you are connected to this point. Inversion of control means reversing the work. You have to create on behalf of container is doing. So since container is doing, so can I call container as IOC container? Inversion of control? I'll take one real life example to understand this one in a better manner. Better manner, boss. Listen. You need a money. You should go to bank, apply for the loan. They do verification. Okay, they go for inquiry. They will ask for surety. Then they will release the loan. Yes, na, boss? This is the original process, boss. This is the standard process. This is the standard procedure they need to follow. Focus now. Focus now. In your account, always funds are there. You are working for IT company. Your salary is good. Monthly 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees are depositing. Most of the time, you are keeping that money in the account only. Sometimes 1-2 marketing people will call you. They say, you are having pre-approved loan of 20 lakhs. Are you interested to take? No documents are required. You say yes, next to 5 minutes, loan amount will be there in your account. You say yes, amount will be there in your account. Tell me, boss, your entire job is taken care by bank people itself, na, boss? Your entire job is taken care by bank people itself, na, boss? Is it not reverse of regular activities? Is it not inversion of regular activities? Someone is taking responsibility from you, job from you, and doing job for you. So is it called inversion of work, boss? That's the reason spring containers are called as what? IOC container. One more angle is there. I will present after a few days. I think you enjoyed this statement, guys. Okay. In core Java application development, the work of creating object will be done by programmer with the support of new operator. Yes, na, boss? With the support of new operator. With the support of new operator. That means programmer is taking the responsibility of creating object and managing object. Managing the object. Okay, managing object. In fact, programmer is doing his duty, right? Is doing his duty. Convinced, my dear? In fact, programmer is doing his duty. Okay, guys. In Spring frameworks, application development, this object creation process for the classes will be taken care by Spring containers. Understanding my statement, guys? Spring containers. And making normal Java classes as Spring beans. That means, okay, the work or duty of programmers. Okay. Duty of programmers is done by spring containers. That means spring containers are what is that? Inversing or reversing the work of programmers by taking care of their jobs. By taking care of their job or duty. Aisa no na boss? By taking care of their job or duty. So, the spring containers are called IOC containers. Okay, guys. IOC containers. IOC. Inversion of control. Inversion of control. Nothing but taking control on others' job or work or duty. Nothing but taking the control from programmers towards creating the object and managing the life cycle. I think it has come perfectly, boss. Come on, guys. It has come perfectly now, boss. Are you understanding my statement? Someone is saying that. Someone is saying that, sir, ATM machines are counting money. Yes, ATM machines giving money is nothing but ATM machines are performing IOC na boss. It's a work of bank employee. But on behalf of bank employee, who is doing? ATM machine is doing. ATM machine is collecting money. It's a work of bank employee. On behalf of bank employee, who is doing? ATM machine is doing. So ATM machine is doing IOC work or not, boss? ATM machine is doing IOC work or not? Enjoyed it thoroughly? Got the clarity? It's really nice, na boss? Inversion of control. Inversion of control. Super, guys. But listen. Inversion of control. Real life example, guys. ATM machines are machines are doing IOC work for bank employees by delivering money, by giving money, by collecting money to or from. Tell me, guys, to or from whom, guys? Customers. To or from customers. Okay. IOC means inversion of control. Inversion means taking someone's work, doing someone's job. Here someone is what, guys? Programmer's job. Here someone is whom, guys? Programmer's job. Everyone understanding my statement? Okay, now listen carefully. There are so many classes now, boss. There are so many classes. Alexa, activate balcony central light. So there are so many classes. How does IOC container knows? How does Spring container knows? It has to take these classes only as a Spring Beans, not the other classes. Not the other classes. Very simple, Ra Babu. If you want to make Java class as Spring Bean, it has to be configured either by using XML, old style, or by using annotations. Either by using XML or by using annotations. Alexa also IOC, Ra Babu. Can I say Alexa device is IOC device? Can I say Alexa device is IOC device? It is doing customer job, na boss. It is doing customer job, right? Okay. Suman, from my side, no network issue. Check your side. I'm having perfect net connection, guys. Fast.com. This is the speed of my network. This is the speed of my network to conduct the classes. To conduct the classes online. 5 MB, 3 MB also sufficient. But my network speed is what? 100 Mbps. And I'm having 5G connectivity here. Right? So stop attending classes through mobiles. Stop attending classes through mobile data. Start using Wi-Fi connection. Start using Wi-Fi connection. I have a leased connection, boss. From my side, problems are very less. Problem comes, completely comes. Otherwise, it will be super fast. My network is either good or totally bad. Super, guys. Now listen. Can you come back to the subject? Yeah, if you are attending classes with the mobile data, fine and good. But make sure that network is stable where you are sitting and listening the class. Mobile data, fine. If possible, connect it to Wi-Fi. Because in Wi-Fi, the bandwidth will be consistently good. In mobile data, sometime up, sometime down. And especially if you are there in urban areas or village areas, there is no stable network there. You know that. Okay. Everyone, please come back. Okay. Why I don't recommend to attend the classes from mobiles? Are you going to do practicals from mobiles? Are you going to write Java code in mobile? Mr. Syed, I think as a graduate, you should not ask this question. If you are a graduate or 18 plus or 20 plus, you never ask this question. Still you are asking question means either you are having attitude problem or common sense problem. Are you going to do practicals in the mobile? No. Anyhow, you have to use laptop for practicals. What's the problem if you attend the class from laptop? You can see in a bigger screen. You can feel more visibility. You can get better voice. Super, guys. Let it be. See, guys, Java, .NET, software job, all these are secondary. The most important to build your any career in any domain is presence of mind and common sense. If these two things are not there, it's a waste of living life. Presence of mind, common sense, these two are very important. And most importantly, positive attitude towards anything. Positive attitude is very, very important in life, boss. First, believe yourself, then believe your faculty, believe the domain in which you want to build your career. Then results will be positive. Then results will be really, really positive. If you don't believe yourself, you cannot believe others to believe you. You cannot make others to believe you, right, boss? Okay, let's come back, boss. In my application, so many classes are there, but I want to make only few classes as Spring Beans. Or there are so many predefined classes in Java, but I want to take some classes as Spring Beans. Not all the classes. Not all the classes. Then what to do? To tell to IOC container to take certain class as a Spring Bean, it has to be configured either by using XML tags or by using annotation. I'll tell one small example, boss. Those you know Servlet, after developing Servlet, still you write entries in web.xml. A container take this class as Servlet. Anyone know Servlets here? Yes, please. At least the people who are having Servlet knowledge, please respond. After developing Servlet, we write entries in web.xml to tell that take this class as Servlet. No problem. Sir, I don't know Servlet. No, sir, I don't know Servlet. Then how to understand it? How to understand it? It's very simple. You are joining in the class. You are joining in the Zoom meeting. You are attending class. But still, you will give your details to our admin saying that I am interested to register in this batch. Yes or no? Na? Though you are attending, though you are listening my class, that is not sufficient. Your detailed submission and registration is mandatory to continue in this batch. Similarly, though class is physically present, not enough. I want to tell to IOC container, take this class, make it as a Spring Bean. Don't make it as a normal class. I want to see this one as a Spring Bean. I want to see a IOC container. I want to see you loading this class, you creating object for this class, you managing this object, you destroying this object. Do something. I want to see this class as a Spring Bean. So for that purpose, we have to give some inputs to IOC container. Otherwise, how IOC container knows to make any class as Spring Bean, Babu? There are thousands of classes in predefined classes, hundreds of user-defined classes you develop in the project. So you want to see certain class becoming Spring Bean means what? You have to give some information to IOC container or not? Okay. To make Java class as Spring Bean, we need to give some instructions to IOC container about that Java class. This is called Spring Bean configuration. That means giving details about Java class to IOC container to make the class as Spring Bean. To make the class as Spring Bean, guys. Okay, guys. Super boss. To configure Java class as Spring Bean. We can use a XML driven configuration. Array information will be given through annotations. Okay. XML driven configuration. Array whenever I write CFG configuration, few times I will write XML driven configuration. Okay. Information about the class will be given to IOC container using XML tags of XML file. Next, we get annotation driven configuration. This notes is not from internet. What I feel, what I interpret, I am presenting to you. When you listen the notes, you will feel I am talking to you people one more time. So this is very simple English notes, guys. 10th class student can understand it. Annotation driven configuration. Information about the class will be given to IOC container using annotation. Using annotation. I think everyone knows annotation, guys. Super, guys. Tell me, guys. Okay. Example on XML driven configuration. Array, when break has come, I have given some videos to watch. I hope you watched them. Today, once again, I will share. Today, once again, I will share. Okay. Yashish Sharma, if you are doing time pass, please get out of the batch. After listening entire Ramayana, you cannot ask who is Sita. If anyone is having this kind of attitude, please leave the batch. I need serious students. Guys, should we entertain this kind of people? Should we entertain this kind of people? Can I ignore this kind of students' questions now onwards? Okay, now onwards, I will ignore the question who are not listening the classes. Don't take me wrong. If you have such question, please ask me at the end. Super. After listening entire Ramayana is asking who is Sita. Super boss. Yeah, bear them. Bear these people for 1-2 days. Once link is changed, all these time pass students will go away. Example application on XML driven configuration, boss. Super. Tell me here what is there. Public class arithmetic operations. Are something above. Public int sum of int x comma y. Return x plus y. End of the method, end of the class. Normal one, Rabab. It's a normal class, na boss. It's a normal Java class. But I want to see it as a Spring Bean. I want to see it as a Spring Bean. So how to inform to IOC container to make this one as a Spring Bean? Okay, there is a XML file. Sir, I don't know XML. I will teach and use XML, Rababu. Don't worry. I will teach and use XML. Don't worry, boss. Application context.xml. Not fixed, guys. It's a recommended name. It's a recommended name. Recommended name. Any file name.xml. Any file name.xml can be taken as Spring Bean configuration file. The recommended name is application context.xml. Why, sir, why are you recommending it, sir? Array, in one project, we had so many technologies and frameworks, boss. Different technologies, different frameworks expect different XML files. And if you follow standard name for Spring Bean configuration file, by seeing the file name, I can recognize it is a Spring Bean configuration file. Names will speak now, boss. Array, by listening your name, Venkatesh or Srinivas, I can say you are from Telugu states. Why? In Telugu state, who is popular god? Who is popular god? Lord Balaji. God Balaji. And his local name is what? That god local name is what? Srinivas or Venkatesh. That's why in Telugu states, most common name is Srinivas or Venkatesh. In every 3 people, 3 persons, 1 person name will be Srinivas or Venkatesh. For girls, Lakshmi or Padmavati. For girls, Lakshmi or Padmavati. Because wife of Balaji is Lakshmi or Padmavati. In Tamil Nadu, Murugan is the popular god. Murugan. In every home, one Murugan will be there. In Karnataka, Lord Shiva is the popular god. His local name in Karnataka is Manjunatha. In every home, one Manjunatha will be there. Will be there or not there? Will be there or not there? By seeing name, we are able to say These people are from so and so place. Names will speak or not. Names will speak where you belongs to most of the time. Most of the time names will speak, right, boss? Okay. Similarly, it's recommended to take application context.xml. Any name you can give, but recommended to take. How to make this class as a Spring Bean, guys? Bean ID is equal to AR. Class is equal to, let us assume this class belongs to a package. Package com.nit.beans. Com is company, NIT is the Nataraj Technologies, Beans is the name. One more package. Any name you can give for package, guys. Com.nit.beans. Arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operation. Like this, you have to configure this. Like this, you have to configure. This is called Bean ID. Array. This Bean ID internally becomes object name. And this is fully qualified Java class. What is that, guys? Fully qualified Java class. Qualified Java class. Okay. Java class to become Spring Bean. To become Spring Bean. Yes or no? Those who missed initial classes, don't worry. At the end, I will give the backup videos. Fully qualified means what, guys? Class name with the package name. Your name, Srinivas. Full name. First name, last name, middle name. Everything is what? Full name. Right, boss? Similarly, class name, arithmetic operation. Fully qualified name, class name with the package. Class name with the package name is fully qualified. Okay, what is the role of Bean ID, boss? Array, when IOC container creates object for Spring Bean class, the object name will be Bean ID. The object name will be Bean ID. Indirectly, reference variable name is Bean ID. Yes or no, boss? This Bean ID will be used as object name, nothing but reference variable name. What, guys? Reference variable name when the IOC container creates the object for given Spring Bean class. Right now, boss? Given Spring Bean class. So when IOC container creates the object, so this is the object for what, guys? Arithmetic operation. Arithmetic operations class object. Super. What is the object name? AR. So this AR becomes what? Reference variable name. Indirectly object name. Indirectly object name. Right now, boss? Super. Okay. Yeah, Bean ID will be used as the object name or reference variable name when IOC container creates the object for Spring Bean class. Given Spring Bean class. Given Spring Bean class. But this is old style, guys. Old style. Working with XML is old style. What is the new style, guys? Okay. Yeah, this, where should I write? We should write in inside application context.xml. We should write this one inside application context.xml. Right now, boss? Super. Tell me next one. Example on annotation driven configurations. Example on annotation driven configurations. Okay. We need to use @component . component annotation to configure Java class as the Spring Boot. To configure Java class as the Spring Boot. Yes, na boss? Okay. I will take this class as it is, Rabab. I'll take this class as it is, Rabab. On the top of the class, this is class level annotation, Rab. On the top of the class, I will write component, component, ARITH, Arth. Some other name I am giving. Is it compulsory I should give fixed bean ID? No, Rabab. No, I can give my choice bean ID. Bean ID is completely my choice. Component ARITH. ARITH. Any name can. Your choice, Rabab. Your choice. Completely your choice. Yeah, this is most important now, boss. Yeah. And this is easy also. There is no need of entertaining separate XML file, Rabab. There is no need of entertaining separate XML file. Here also object will be created. Only the thing is that the object name is different. Arithmetic operations class object. What is the reference variable name, guys? What is the reference variable names? Okay, reference variable name is what? This one. Okay. ARITH. Understanding my statement, boss? Okay. So if you are working with annotation, there is no need of entertaining XML. There is no need of entertaining XML. But we cannot avoid XML completely also. We cannot avoid XML completely also. I'll take one small example. I have a predefined class java.util.date. There's a predefined class. Can you open and add annotation on the predefined class, guys? Can you open and add annotation on the predefined class source code? Think and tell. Think and tell. Is it possible to open and add annotation by using predefined class, guys? By opening the source code of predefined class, guys? No. That's why though annotations came in certain special cases, we have to go for XML only. In certain special cases, we have to still work with XML only. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Since we cannot add annotation by opening the source code of predefined classes, third-party classes, to make them as Spring Beans, we generally prefer configuring predefined classes as Spring Beans by using XML-driven configuration, and user-defined classes as Spring Beans using annotations. I think you got a conclusion, guys. You got a better conclusion as of now? Okay, guys. Conclusion. Since we cannot add annotations on the top of predefined classes and third-party classes by opening their source code. So we prefer configuring them. We prefer configuring them as Spring Beans using XML-driven configuration. And we prefer configuring user-defined classes as Spring Beans using annotation, annotations. I think you got basic reason why XML is still continued. Why XML is still continued, guys? Java dot application context dot XML. Application context dot XML. Bean ID DT. Class is equal to Java dot util dot date. Date is a predefined class. Bean ID DT. Date is a predefined class, guys. So what is the best way of configuring Spring Bean? Annotation XML. Annotation XML. XML. Can we do this work through annotations? No. That's why what we should prefer. XML one we should prefer now, boss. Super, guys. Predefined class. Predefined class as Spring Bean. Right, guys. Predefined class as Spring. Super. Here is what? User-defined class as Spring Bean. User-defined class as Spring Bean. In my classes, clarity will be there, guys. Conclusions, clarities are very important. I don't teach out of internet content, out of book content. I will teach out of my analyzation, out of my experience, out of my practical project knowledge. User-defined classes as Spring Beans. User-defined class as Spring Bean. Got it, boss? Okay. You cannot completely rely on annotation, but some special cases are there. We will discuss one by one. As of now, you remember this much. As of now, you remember this much. Understanding my statement, guys? Yeah, @ component is the Spring supplied annotation that makes given Java class as Spring Bean. Given Java class as Spring Bean. Okay. Mr. Sudhir, stop using your Spring knowledge, scopes and other things we will discuss later. Okay. Ramanjanelu, I know when to give the setup. Wait, Ra Babu. When to give the setup, how to develop the application. Wait, Ra Naina. One by one will come. One by one will come. Don't tell how to teach the subject. That part you leave it to me. Okay. Super, guys. Scopes and other things we'll discuss later. Shall we get into the next level? Okay, 1 minute. Can I ask few questions based on this discussion? Core module is one of the module, base module. Core module is one of the module, base module. Base module for other module. If I use only core module, can I develop the web applications? Can I develop the web applications? No. Can I develop the standalone applications? Can I develop the standalone applications? No. Yes, Babu, we can develop a standalone application. Spring Core module provides two basic facilities. What they are, guys? Two basic facilities. Basic facilities. What they are, guys? Spring containers are IOC containers and dependency management. Did we talk about dependency management today? No, not at all. Okay. Why Spring containers are called IOC containers, boss? Why Spring containers are called IOC containers? Array, They take the responsibility of object creation, object management on behalf of programmer. Inversion of control means taking control. Taking control from someone and doing their job, right? Inversion of control means taking control from someone and doing their job. That's why inversion of control. So on behalf of IOC container, it is doing its job or not? Its programmer job or not? That's why IOC container. Tell me, every Java class is called Spring Bean? No. Which class is called Spring Bean? Which class is called Spring Bean? Only user-defined classes. I'll murder a muddy fellow. The Java class whose class is loaded, object is created, object is managed by Spring container is called Spring Bean, right? The Java class whose object is created and managed by Spring container is called Spring Bean. This much clearly there was. That class can be user-defined class or predefined class or third-party supplied class. But tell me guys, how to tell to container, you take this class and make it as a Spring Bean. We need to go for configuration. We need to configure Java classes as Spring Beans. We need to go for configuration or not? We need to go for configuration. What do you say, guys? We need to go for configuration. We need to go for configuration. We need to go for configuration, boss. Tell me, how many ways are there to configure Java class as Spring Bean, boss? How many ways are there to configure Java class as Spring Bean? 2 ways. Number 1, XML driven. Number 1, XML driven approach. Number 2, annotation driven approach. When should I go for XML driven approach? If class is predefined class or third party supplied class, definitely I should go for XML driven approach or not? Definitely I should go for XML driven approach. Why? Can we open their source code? Can we add annotation on the top of those classes? Certainly not. Certainly not, right? Certainly not. Okay, if class is user-defined class, I can configure that class as Spring Bean using annotation or not? Okay, guys. In both places, we provide Bean ID, right? What is the role of Bean ID, guys? In both places, we provide Bean ID. What is the role of Bean ID? The Bean ID becomes object name and IOC container create object for Spring Bean class. When IOC container creates object for Spring Bean class, the Bean ID becomes object name or not? The Bean ID becomes a real object name or not? What do you say, guys? Definitely the Bean ID becomes object. I hope you are enjoying my statements, guys. Am I reachable to you? Are you able to follow me? The people who joined today, yesterday, please take these backup videos and watch. Still nothing is started. Still nothing is started. Introduction only going on. Introduction only going on. Sir, one or other annotation they need to create to make Java class as Spring Bean. They have given annotation at the rate component. Why flower bracket is required to open the block? Why not other thing? Why not other thing? Don't question the syntaxes. Don't question the names. Okay. Mr. Jayantu, I think you are not listening class seriously. Yeah? I said Google Classroom will be given once Google Classroom will be given once link is changed, right? Okay. Amit Agrawal, if you are joining in this course as a non full stack Java student, 3,500 is the course. If you are a full stack Java student, it is already part of the course. Okay, guys. Bhagavat, methods are different, annotations are different. Methods are different, annotations are different. You can do advanced Java Spring courses parallelly. Yeah, everyone please collect these guys. What is third-party classes? Not given by programmer, not given by some Oracle Corporation or Spring people, given by someone XYZ companies. Given by XYZ companies, they are called third party. India, Pakistan, India party 1, Pakistan party 2. Anything, if you don't know what is annotation, first learn what is annotation in core Java. Annotations are there to mark the code, right? Arun, if you know Spring core module perfectly, you can do Spring Boot parallelly. Right, boss. Please guide how to achieve job. Mr. Ankit Nage, first gain the subject, then think about job. Okay. First gain the subject, then think about job. As long as you have great subject, great job you will get. Super, guys. Okay, everyone. I'm sharing the Facebook URL and other details. Okay. Someone is asking why we cannot take interface and abstract class as Spring Bean. What is Spring Bean, guys? Object should be created and managed by Spring Container. Can we create object for interface? Can we create object for abstract class? Dheeraj Chavan, I will give the steps to arrange Spring setup to run the application. Wait until that day comes. Please wait until that day comes. Farooq, without knowing these two statements, you completed core Java. Na? Check your core Java knowledge once again. For interfaces and abstract classes, can we create object? Okay, guys. Spring Core, Spring JDBC, Spring Boot, all are not same, all are different. Spring Core is the base for everything. Spring Core is base for everything. End to end means what? Starting to end, everything will be taken care. That is the meaning of end to end. Bean ID becomes object name, indirectly reference variable name. Yeah, guys, now check it out. This is my Facebook. Upload files, guys. Okay, class content, Spring. Okay, S4, Spring Core module, this February 4th. Click on this. Yesterday is not uploaded. Let me check once. Let me check once. 4th, 31st, first one is uploaded now. Okay, third one is not uploaded. Okay, let me upload yesterday's one also, boss. 64 intro, February 3rd. February 3rd. Yeah, newcomers, use this link to join in this group. Use this link to join in this group. Ganti Niranjan, my advanced Java batch will start in 4 p.m. in third week of February. In third week of February. Right. This is the URL. Click on it. But I have to approve your entry. Then you can become member of this group, guys. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time. I shared my email ID and other details. If I miss anyone's question, please mail me. Attend classes regularly, take maximum benefit from my content. Enjoy the sessions.